Hey everybody, 42% health here. We're back for part 3 of our Hexen Beyond Heretic walkthrough. This will be the second part of the 7 portals puzzle. Alright, we left off with Chaos Serpents bearing down on us. Ooh. These guys actually do have a jib animation, but it's almost identical to their regular death animation. Okay, we are being shot at by our next new enemy, and easily one of the nastiest enemies in the game. The Wendigo. These guys are extremely aggressive. They fire a lot. Oh, and I missed. Okay, that wasn't bad. Probably because my armor class is so high. But yeah, they fire a lot. They don't seem to care about long or short range. As a matter of fact, I think I might just save here. And, well, no, I probably better not save. Those are traps. Walk over those and you'll be crushed to death. It is instant death. This game likes its instant death traps. Just, I should have my quartz flasks equipped. But it's okay, there's health right here. Oh man, those guys. So I'm going to burn one of these because there is a secret here. There's actually a secret on either side of these walls, but make sure you open this one. Yeah. Make sure you open this one. Yeah, the splash damage will take care of those guys pretty quick. And over here there's goodies. So that's kind of nice, other than the Wendigos. Okay, we are back in the Guardian of Ice, but we are somewhere else in the Guardian of Ice world. We're somewhere else in the map. Now this first puzzle here is entirely optional. As a matter of fact, it's a long rigmarole and a lot of ettins for what's usually a not worthwhile item. Pull that switch, these stairs will raise, and there's a switch on either side. We've lit 2 of the torches. We've lit the other 2 torches and spawned in 8 ettins. Now our reward is a random item that spawns down here. It's a quartz flask. Sometimes it's a blue mana. Sometimes it's a green mana, which we cannot use at this point. And sometimes it's a combined mana. And one time I even saw it was a mystic urn, which is very well worth it. It's a good item. It's basically a full health restore. It's sort of like a soul sphere, except we cannot go over 100 health in this game. Okay, now this part's tricky because there's a Wendigo out there. Okay. Try not to fall down. There's a bunch of enemies down there. And there's really nothing down there except a way back up. So. Okay. Now these make several appearances in the game. And basically it's just a thing. If you're ever done any mapping, you'll know what I mean by a thing. It's just an object in the game that we can walk on. Now don't step forward too far. Once the thing fires, you're free to walk around in this room, but once you cross the line depth in or out, it shoots again. There's a trap here, but it's just one ettin. And then there's a trap up here. Take care of this guy. Now if you walk forward, a lot of ettins spawn in. So I'm just going to get out of here. You see that this is opened up, and now we can pass back and forth. There's another one back here, along with a quartz flask and mana. Another one back here, along with quartz flask and mana. And there we go. Now we see these doors are still closed. But we have glowy swords pointing at these doors. So, I'm going to go in this one first. And what does this look like? If you walk up to this wall, in my source port you can just use it, but you might end up having to scroll through your inventory and find the flame mask and plant it like that, using the use item key. I think that's the way it worked in vanilla. But basically planting that there causes this lava to melt the ice, and it grants us access to the fire key. So we will have to go back to the Guardian of Fire. Alright, in here is a very nasty place. So I'm going to save for real this time. The ground rearranges itself a bit right here. Oh! I have the inventory bound to the mouse wheel, and so it is a little awkward. Ooh, those guys. I would say the only enemy that's nastier, not counting bosses. The only enemy than them that's nastier is the Reavers, which we'll get to in the very last hub. Okay, now that is deadly, pulling that switch, because now there are places that could have crushed you, and there are drops that can kill you. So make your way very carefully over to this side. Grab the steel key, which is now available, and we'll have some more earthquakes and stuff. And some of these walls will open, revealing monsters and goodies. And I hear another one. On easier difficulty, a lot of these Wendigos are gone. Fortunately also, there is this is the only place in the game they appear for our class. There's a secret level later on where if you're playing as the mage, you'll end up dealing with them again. But yeah, once we're done with this level, or once we're done with this hub. I use the term level a little loosely. Yikes. Okay. Now this, try to land right on that ledge right down there. And then this is runnable. Whoo boy, okay. Now we are actually all done here. There's nothing left, well, except those doors up there. So, Guardian of Fire or Guardian of Steel next, it doesn't matter. Take your pick. But there are a lot of monsters inside both doors. And I hear more monsters spawning in. And I might fist these guys just because I don't want to waste mana on them. There's plenty of mana in this episode, for our class anyway. The fighter has got pretty mana efficient weapons. We only use 2 points per shot, and it takes 2 shots to kill an Eden. The cleric's weapon uses 1 point per shot, but it's, I don't remember, 5 or 6 shots for an Eden. And the mage's second weapon uses 4 points per shot, and it's at least 2, depending on... It's a confusing weapon to use, so we'll get to that in my Death Kings of the Dark Citadel walkthrough. Bad aim. So since we're here, I'm going to do Guardian of Steel first. Alright, this side is just like the other. Except that you need keys to progress. Sliding down the stairs. Now the simplest way, if you don't want to memorize which way each switch pulls each door, the simplest way is just pull one of the switches, go downstairs or down the elevator, and take the path that's open. So I'm going to pull this one. I'm going to go downstairs, take the path that's open, and then pull the other one. But if you do want to memorize, this side is actually opposite, where before the north switch would open the south path, and the south switch would open the north path. Ow. Now the north switch opens the north path, and the south switch opens the south path. So you see we pulled the switch on the same side as before, but now this path is open. I guess if you're using right, left, rather than, oh, get me out of there. I'm about to blow myself up. I'm also about to die to dragons. I call them dragons sometimes. Bear with me. That's what I called them when I was just starting this game. Ow. Not doing very well this time. That might be all of them. You have to find another switch. Well, of course it's the one on the other side. So let's go back up. And it would be the one on this side. Oh, I forgot. I didn't kill those guys yet. I didn't come back up this way and... Ow. Ow. Okay, we are almost dead. Now's a good time to use this thing. Yeah, my only complaint about the centaurs is that it's kind of tedious to kill them, since you have to wait for them to put their shield back down. There are a few attacks in the game that can get through their shields. One of which is the Wraith Verge, but you have to shoot them with it before they put their shield up, and it will continue to wear on their health even when they have their shield up. Stairs have risen on the 7 portals. Well, let's go back to the 7 portals and see what's happened. Oh, I forgot to mention, these stairs actually raised up. So there's the stairs that rose. Due to the scripting engine, because this is the Doom engine, 2 worlds cannot be loaded at the same time. So, the way the scripting works, if it says stairs have risen, they actually haven't risen until you got here. They can't. Okay, so these rose when we exited the Guardian of Ice for the second time. Now, speedrunners, basically there's 3 of these switches, and speedrunners have gotten to the point where they can, or basically they run up those stairs and jump over to this ledge and hit the second switch. A door opened on the Guardian of Ice, and then they can jump the other way and hit the third switch, and those 3 switches open up the final door there. Okay, so we've been in here. Any more goodies? I'm actually full on those things after all that? How about that? Alright, so let's go to the Guardian of Fire for the second time. Walk into it. Yeah. Okay. Now here, we've got the fire key. And all those Afrits I left alive. Here we've got the fire key. Now it doesn't matter which way you go in. One of these has mana and one has health. But since we're doing fine on both, this one has health, so the other one has the mana. Since we're doing fine on both, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now, you would think that's going to take you up because it came from up, but it actually takes you down. And just be ready for an ambush. Now, when you're in here, once you walk into this room, part of the floor disappears, and these all explode if you don't take them quickly. Boom! Now when you walk in here, it doesn't matter which way you take, it loops around. Let's clear out the enemies. There's a new item in here. Chaos device. It's the same as it was from Heretic, it just teleports you to the beginning of the map. And it's fairly useless unless you're falling off a cliff or speed running. Okay, I think we also picked up a dragon skin bracers, and I haven't explained what that does. That just adds 4 to your armor class. I also haven't explained what this thing does. This teleports a monster to one of the starts of the map. I don't think it's necessarily the start. Stairs have risen. I don't think it's necessarily your start, but it teleports them to one of the multiplayer starts, which could be your start. Alright. Last staircase and last switch. A door opened on the Guardian of Ice. So this actually leads to the next hub. I will be doing the... I'm going to use these because there's a bunch of these guys. I will be showing how to get to the secret exit, or the secret level, secret map. In the next video, but I'm going to clear out some of this for now. Wow, I lost a lot of health there. Okay, pull this switch. One of these centaurs is a trigger when you kill him. Not that one, must be this one. Yep, when you kill him, a bridge raises over there, and that is the exit of the hub. But we're not going there yet. There is another secret before we go. We see Wings of Wrath. And of course, to get them, I'll be showing how to get them. Just jump down here. There's a second Chaos Serpent here. Ha! Huh. He never wakes up, apparently, even if he's getting beaten to death. Now, the Wings of Wrath in this game are always given right at the end of a hub. And, to be honest, they're just kind of a gimmick more than anything else. It seems like the developers knew that they would break the game if you let the player have them early. So they only give them at the end of the hub when you've pretty much solved everything and there's nothing left to break. Alright, we're going to the Guardian of Ice. And I'm going to quit the video when I get there. So, thanks for watching, guys. We have 2 doors open now, and I'm going to save. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.